Static X. Born, raised, probably die here too.
Japan right here.
A sprawling metropolis of Homer, Illinois, which clocks in at a cool 1200, I think.
You know, when the riots hit, I could feel the flames, okay? My formidable years I spent in South Central.
When I was 2 years old, my parents gave me a pair of drumsticks.
When he was about 3 years old, we bought him his first $2 plastic guitar, and he slept with it.
I remember my first guitar lesson was with this old, just bitter old hag. I remember she was just screaming at me, trying to get me to count out this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just screaming at me, "Can't you count?" And I was crying and stuff. And
I wanted to take a piano lesson so bad, so I begged, give me piano lessons and stuff.
I played trumpet, butt trumpet, and violin for a little bit. So, slutty, that thing, yeah.
I got the kit, an early 60s Rogers kit for Christmas.
I remember one guitar teacher I had, and he always had these big photos of like naked women and stuff in his studio. I like, this guy's cool. I mean, he's a horrible teacher, but you know, it didn't matter.
Tried to play along with my favorite records, and you know, one thing led to another, now I'm here.
I was voted most popular in my class. I was a big jock, but I had long hair and pierced ears. I kind of fit in the stoners, but I didn't smoke pot. I hung in with the drinkers, but I didn't drink when I was in high school. I was kind of artistic, and I was just a weird kid.
I was probably a geek for elementary school, turned into a stoner in junior high school, and then during high school I was like into like new wave and punk rock.
My friends were the people I jammed with, yeah? You know, we practiced for about a year, and then we finally did one show, and then the drummer moved. That ended that band.
We were playing the song Hotter Than Hell, and the school principal right before the show came up to us and said, "You guys can't say hell." So hotter than psh. So like the 3 choruses, one of us fucked it up each time and said hell, because all 3 of us were singing, and the drummer only hit the cymbal one time and it was off, and it was just this total disaster. And that was like our first show ever. It was pretty scary. It was called Black Diamond, and we played all Kiss songs. Enough of this crap, let's talk about trucks.
Wayne and I had a mutual friend. It was Billy Corrigan from the Smashing Pumpkins. And Billy had played in a band with Wayne for a couple months. He hooked me up with Wayne's number, and I promptly called him 8 months later.
This is boring. Everybody knows this stuff.
And the rest is history. That was it. That was the start of our long and illustrious career together.
I've seen footage, and I have the LP of Deeply Dream.
That's a vicious rumor. It never happened. We were perfect. We were Static X from the moment we met. No.
Delusions cloud my memories.
I've never dressed like a bad metal hair band.
All of them had package pants.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was cool at the time.
You know, you can't really deny where you came from.
Nobody was attending missions in Chicago. This is where they needed to be. This is where the labels were.
We got out here 2 weeks after the earthquake.
I don't know the year. Hey, Ken?
I found out he was a bass player, and I begged him to come try out for the band.
I was still jamming in that death metal band I was in. They're like, whoa, he can play and he's Mexican. Who knows why they picked me? God, I was still, you know, but here I am, yeah? Deal with it.
Well, I didn't want to play jazz, so I decided to come to Los Angeles.
Kind of out of the blue, put up an ad at the practice space. Wayne thought we should have a 4th member.
And then we jammed with him about 6 months, and then he quit.
And I just left the band.
Koichi quit the band.
Maybe I just wanted to be alone for a while.
And then we played out as a 3-piece for a little more than a year.
And we were at the Slit Your Wrist shows.
Infamous empty shows. That was even before you moved out here.
Yeah, they were nobody.
First time I saw them play, they played to me.
We needed that fourth member.
And then we asked Koichi back in the band.
We begged him.
At that time, they just started playing with Wayne's drum machine. That was like beginning of the static sound.
He did send me a tape and it had Love Dump on it. And I was like, that's a good song. Now you guys are heading someplace right now.
We went separate ways, but along the way we met again.
Static first came across my desk when their manager, Rob McDermott, who's a friend of mine, gave me a tape of him. And it was a new band he was working with. He was really, really excited. Nobody had ever heard of him. After playing a couple of shows, they started to get this like phenomenal following of kids. They were playing like a kind of music where the boys can shove each other around to it and the girls can shake their ass. And that's the key to success.
It really does start with one guy standing in one club, watching a band and going, wow.
You know, they're a real band. Like when I saw them for the first time, I was just blown away, and that, you know, sealed it for me.
I really, really started to like them a lot. I try to help them out. I try to turn them on to a couple record companies and stuff like that. But they ended up getting snatched up with Warner Brothers.
Snatched up. We had met with Warner Brothers a couple of times. It was actually only a month after we hooked up with them where we knew we were going to be signed to Warner Brothers.
Fuck you! One day we go to lawyer's office and sign the paper.
They were so laid back about it. I don't know if they were in shock or what the deal was.
On a serious note, I want to apologize for how boring and stupid we all are. And if any of you actually buy the record, I hope you like it.
You know, 97, it was kind of, on the verge. We all kept talking about, oh, it'd be really cool if Incubus helps break the scene, or if System helps break the scene.
Fear Factory, I mean, they're kind of the godfathers of the heavy music scene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cold Chamber was, say, the first generation. That put Static as the second generation, along with System of a Down. And third generation would be Papa Roach. So, I mean, I kind of see there's like 3 generations of bands that have come out of Los Angeles in this heavy scene right now.
California has sprouted, God, I can't even count them on my hands how many bands, good bands actually, that have come out of there.
They were the underdog band, off doing their thing, trying to build a base, trying to get some hype going, and it's all when the ball started rolling.
I don't quite understand the lyrics. Beautiful melody line. Inspirational. I'm totally swept away. You want the truth?
Actually, about a month after we put our names to paper that we were in the studio, we made this wish list, this producer wish list, and
decided that we wanted Terry Date because he had done all the Pantera stuff and Prong, and we really liked what he did. And then we found out that he's not available, so we went with Ulrich, who was his assistant on all that stuff.
When I first heard their demo, I got to the first chorus, and I was ready to do the record. Surprisingly, the whole thing all the way through was actually almost so good that I was a little worried that I wasn't able to improve on it. But I did. Grandmaster hadn't been touched since 1971.
Grandmaster was cheap, and you felt completely comfortable.
Ken, really, really great drummer. We did live overdubs of cymbals. So Ken was lucky enough to play the record twice.
I can't move my hands.
Ah! Damn.
I only spent about 4 days working, and the rest of the time, I was kind of the cheerleader for the band. It was actually a really good time. Very relaxing. It was relatively stress-free.
It's 13 other statics. And it just, if there's one or two, we were going to try to pay them off. Right. But we don't have the money. Yeah. We went into 80s mode. It was like, Static Riot, and Quiet Static, Merciful Static, and then Statica.
Koichi, he's a crazy man, really. His brain, I think, operates differently from the rest of us. I hear something like this in there. A day later or an hour later, he'll come back with something that's totally amazing.
Who the fucking smoking my pot?
Strictly medicinal purposes, you understand, yeah?
Started in the studio. Round bag. I come here for breakfast every day. Nachos. Super citrus smoothie. I like more. Yeah.
What's the
Masters of rectal pleasure. Supercalifragilistic expialidocious.
Wayne, really great, because he plays it twice and it's pretty much doubled, a couple of little punch-ins here and there, and he's ready to go. Same thing with vocals. Very proficient. He just nails them, right through the.
Bass, did you play that low too?
Yeah.
When do I come back in?
Okay, it's coming up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, I'm gonna play some more.
I think you're done.
Tony, a lot of groove in that man. He actually does a lot for the band. He really holds things together down in the low end, and just glue. He's definitely the glue.
That was great. Can you do it again?
Bass player wanted. No play. see John?
Yeah.
Is he really gay?
Yeah, he's gay. He's in the closet.
Yeah.
All right, ready for me now?
Sure. Take off your pants. Stand up there.
What do you think I got named Ben?
Why do they call you Dead Gay John, though?
Wayne? Who calls him that? That's how this whole gay thing started. Because I'm not. We don't really have lyrics. It's all just like.
Explosive move on reaction. I slow it down, I slow it. Down, 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 down. You push it. You push it.
You know what, I've known so long, I've kind of accepted his weirdness. You know, here's this guy that's just a larger-than-life persona on stage, and then you get him off stage, and he's a kick-back, mellow guy.
Go! Not enough to sweat off the bud. Innocent shall meet to the end. Giving up all in need or none.
I'm my worst critic for vocals. If it's not bothering me, it must not be too bad.
Naked.
Pubic?
That's funny. I used to think Paul Stanley was gonna quit Kiss and they were gonna secretly ask me to join, and no one would know.
Peter Criss from Kiss, and Neil Peart, Stuart Copeland, John Bonham, and got Tommy Lee.
Suicidal Tendencies, DRI, Cryptic Slaughter, this band called Crumbsuckers, they're pretty cool. Metallica and Anthrax, and SOD was huge for me.
Goldie from Drum and Bass King.
And then we went out and just cut the record in 4 weeks. Just knocked the whole thing out. Go in, nail it, leave. Because there's not much second guessing going on and there are imperfections of it, it sounds like a real record as opposed to something that could have been picked to death. That happens too often nowadays.
Good night.
Best 2-month vacation I ever had, and then when we got done, I went back to work.
I think they need to get some lyrics. They got the beat.
You gotta keep playing all the time or people forget about you. And our record wasn't out or anything, and we had taken a couple months off to record, so I thought it was really important that we get back out there.
It was brewing, that there was something real, that it wasn't bullshit, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't made up, it wasn't invented in the boardroom of a record company.
Years like it was like this mad crush of people, like a heat wave came hit me. My glasses fogged up, and as I kind of cleared them off, this big guy who it was barely English, he grunted. It was like, "This is so fucking hot! I'm gonna kill people!" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die
Static was the first band that could pack a club and almost divide the club in half, where you had in the back the most out-of-hand mosh pit, and in the front just girls just dancing.
Affirmation. Affirmation. Affirmation.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. We're
That's been fucking great. Thanks.
As soon as we opened the fan club, which I have to be honest, I think it was like November or December. The record house wasn't coming out till the following March. We immediately got like 50 or 70 people that joined up.
If kids wanted demos, we'd mail them demos. At that time, we didn't know it was going to be a street team like it is now.
Those kids were the kids that probably got the first batch of cassette tapes, you know, the static cassette tapes, you know, before the X was added. It's basically your own little army.
And yeah, with no radio airplay, no promotion, just basically it's a big word of mouth following on the street. These kids come to the clubs and they pack them in and they have a great time, and God bless them.
The first tour we did was with Fear Factory, so that was nice. It was Fear Factory, System of a Down, Head PE, and Static X opening the show.
It was really cool to tour with Fear Factory because I think we learned how to tour, and you know, we knew all those guys, but you never got to see how it worked on the road until we went out with them.
I have noticed that their stage presence and their show has gotten a lot better.
They were touring with Fear Factory like 2 years ago, and they played in our hometown. We walked by them or whatever, and Wayne was like, "Oh, I remember those girls. You guys are from Kitty."
The record didn't get released for another 6 or 8 months.
It's timing and it's luck.
You know, I've seen bands that have gone through 5, 6 record deals before they even get a record in any store.
Hey, it's very cool we have them on the show because today, Tuesday the 23rd, your album is out in the stores. Right on. How does that feel, having it finally out?
It's about time. I've been waiting for this for like about over a year. You know, the whole process.
I've been waiting for it for almost 30 years now.
All around, I give it a 2 thumbs up.
We were hoping to do what System of a Down had done their first week, which I think was like 3,500.
Pretty happy with the way the album came out, yeah.
We did a good job though, for the limited time.
This album sounds unbelievably great, and it was sinking in.
We went ahead and sold 3,700 copies that first week, and they had no clue how that happened. Kids looked at this record, they screamed at people that didn't have it. You know, within the next 5 days, they shipped another 20,000 records right off the bat.
This is not my kind of music. Wrong generation.
We knew they'd be huge. It couldn't have happened to a better bunch of guys.
I'd say the drummer's got a good beat because I was out in the audience and it was just like pounding in my head.
We finished that tour, and I think right after that is when we got toward the end of the tour is when we got the news, okay, you're going to Europe with Spine Shank and System of a Down.
London, darling.
England is definitely our favorite foreign country. Probably because we're most comfortable there, because we can still read the signs and understand most of the language.
We love the shows. The kids are amazing there. The first national press we got was from a UK magazine. That is, you know, one of the biggest magazines here, Kerrang!
Kerrang! Played a really, really important part in the setup of the record over in Europe.
Static X! Static X, they're fucking wrong!
I got over there at 8:30 in the morning. I walked off the bus before the first show, and it was the day our album came out.
Hi, my name's Caroline. Hey, this is Lorraine. I'm from England, and I live in Shropshire. My address is...
December is the best song on the Static X album. Push it. It's December. Push it. It's December. Push it.
Opposed to American audiences, they are like crazy, mosh pitting.
The only thing they got to eat is like fish and chips and scampi and chips. Yeah, that's the only thing I like. Come on, fried bread. Ugh. No, don't get me wrong. I like the people. It's just their food. Your food could be a little spicier.
Give me your finest meats and cheeses. Oui, oui.
What about France?
They know the words. It's amazing to me.
Rob my man shuffle! I'm with stupid! Yay!
The last show of the tour, of the European tour, so it's almost like a ritual. You go out and pick on the other bands. Taping them, gaff tape all around their arms, outside of like physically hurting one of the band members, you know, pretty much anything goes. Running out there, taking cymbals off of the set. You know, they've got their mic stand set up for the vocals, and you know, I ran out there and just reduced the mic stand to its closed position so the mic's like here, you know. And if anybody knows the bass player for Spineshank, he's tall, so he's singing doing this, you know. So you're just like on tour with your friends. You just happen to be in Europe instead of the U.S. It was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you very much for Spineshank.
We flew from Paris to Miami to start Ozzfest.
Yeah, Ozzfest was extremely professional and very, very well run.
I think Wayne slept with Ozzy.
He said he liked his tattoos. He was soft in a couple of places. Mushy, I think was his exact words. Actually, we submitted for it, and it was an honor to be chosen. Getting chosen for the traveling heavy metal circus. Heavy metal summer camp with tattoos.
Hello, we're Apartment 26. I'm Biff.
I'm John.
And we've known Static X since they were knee-high to a grasshopper when we started out last year. And
over on the second stage.
The bus is strictly for band and crew, and it's our hostelry. It's our safe area. When I'm on that bus, I'm usually asleep.
I sleep a lot. Working on new music.
I tend to read a lot. The road notes are usually composed on there.
Like, he likes to yap a lot.
I'm the most moody. So when I want to be alone, I've got to be alone. As long as Tony has a burrito and a PlayStation, he's happy.
Playing video games like 20 hours a day.
Static X? Oh, Static X is fat, dude. Cool guys too, man. Tony, homie's good at video games, that's all I know.
You know, I can only play with myself for so long, you know, I can start limping, you know?
Chill out.
Creative masturbation on the road. You're in a bunk. You've got a curtain between you and 9 or 10 other people. Yeah, you know, that's pretty tough.
It's kind of hard living with slobs and stinky people, but I chose this, so I got to deal with it, you know?
Gas-wise, I got to say Larry and Tony.
Smelly bastards.
Actual physically stinking-wise, it's got to be Bruce.
On the bus, it'd be Larry. If it's just the band, I guess that would be me.
In the band, it's Tony, hands down. The eating and farting machine, pooping, farting machine. That's what his body was designed for, you know? Like, in with the new food, out with the old, you know? Sometimes before the new food's not even done.
You wouldn't think Tulsa, Oklahoma would exactly rock, but it was a pretty amazing place, you know? Ohio, all the shows in Ohio have rocked. Shows in Kansas rock, Chicago, New York is always great to play.
Craziest fans, God. Probably Detroit. Those kids are pretty rowdy, yeah. Louisville, Kentucky, yes. And comes up on the RV and they start drinking. And out of nowhere, she's like, I can pee 8 feet. So they're like, oh yeah? They gave her a towel, she put a towel down on the floor, squatted down like that, and whoosh, let her rip, yeah? Quite bizarre. It was more like 6, but if she could have got a stream going, it probably would have went 8, even more. She kind of like sprayed it out a bit. I know karate and kung fu, ow.
He's our friend, Static Man. He likes to stay incognito. There's our pal. Here's our friend. Hi, I'm Miko, and this is Push It.
they found the guy and everything. All I had to do was just, you know, keep track of the project and follow up on the project. But I couldn't be happier about how the first video went over. I mean, people seem to really like it.
I never thought anybody would ever see it. You know? I'm a pessimist. I've been in this business for a long time, and things don't come very easily. And we just had a lot of luck. You start out with like a little blurb and some fanzine, and it's very slow. It's not like just one day you're on MTV. And it's like a whole year involved of slowly building up to this kind of stuff.
Rolling Stone decided they were going to start having a hard rock feature section again, and they picked Static X as the first band that they were going to put it.
You really have to like separate yourself from it and just sit back and just enjoy it, you know, while it's happening, because you know it won't be like this forever. That's about the most any band can really expect.
It's just incentive to keep going, yeah?
I'm playing with my ass.
In a 9.5 to a 10-month period, 250 shows.
They're just like, hey, can we come home now?
I don't remember where the hell I am, yeah? I think the farthest east I ever went before this was Vegas. It made me realize something, that the rest of the country, and the world for that matter, sucks. That's why I ain't leaving here. Look at this. Middle of fucking winter. Beautiful. Y'all can keep your snow and shit. Leave me in my smog. I'll never leave here. Except to go on tour.
You're kidding, right? This is popular? No offense, but it's horrible. I'm sorry. That's okay.
I love Static.
Am I the only band member here?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Dave.
I'm
Hey,
Ken.
Dave. Good to see you.
This is our trailer.
They got this thing on Ken's head.
Yeah, not so little. Wow. You're nice and tall. I like it.
What? That'd be kind of cool.
American Werewolf in Paris. We're recreating Static Man for a big horror sequence.
Smell my finger.
Saturday night morning. I got a pimple over here.
And it fucking hurts, so please don't touch it.
And these things move on the tongue.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're all servo.
This is Vane's cousin.
In a few more years.
There usually are good-looking girls at the shows, just not dressed like this. Yeah.
Go, Tony.
What's that? Run your high speed? Yes.
Evil Disco.
Evil Disco. It started off as a joke.
I would say stiff and fragrant.
Rubbing your face against a cheese grater.
Wafts up. Fruity.
Heaviness and groove.
Rigid.
Dual Flowmaster exhaust. Some Edelbrock headers.
We need to know and understand that this entire manifestation of evil in this building has absolutely nothing to do with disco music.
With your hands up in the air.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, dancing. Feel the beat, yeah. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Girls come up to me, but they're usually asking where Tony, Wayne, or Koichi is at.
Wrong.
He has as many members in his fan club as Wayne does. As Wayne.
Clubs.yahoo.com/club/Kenny J's
Are you
fan
leaving?
club.
Let's roll playback.
Roll it.
It's cold.
Alright, bro.
Dead shelf.
What do you want for all this? Oh, fucking Friday. I could live in here. I could totally live in here. Is this the carpet? No, this is a closet. Pee-pee from my bunghole! Now!
Well, the amazing thing is we actually got the original shovel lady. What I want to know is like what he's sitting on, you know?
Hey, that's a different scene.
Alright.
Take it over that way, Jared.
Whoa!
Cares about his hair. How are your
Pull that
eyes?
a little bit more.
Well, it started back in the 6th grade, really. My fantasy with fire.
Yes. We have lots of weird stories, some we can't tell you. We will die.
It's very powerful people.
Oven mitts. I've walked in on a blowjob before. This is me like Wayne Static.
Good
shot.
Back there, sitting there. On, even.
Damn.
Right here.
I understand the shovel lady.
And action.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to.
And cutting. Good job, Matt. Good job, effects crew. All around.
You must speak to the hand. The hand says it was a good shoot. Bye-bye.
Grab my shovel. So I grab my shovel. So I grab my shovel.
Red beans, I got the game, sling, I got the lane, read, looking for gold, I have become someone else. Now that's the best to win, that's the best of my time, to find a way through. He's a loser. He's a good He's a loser. He's a good
stupid, I know. Yeah, it was. Very stupid.
Is it? What's this for?
It's gay porn.
Oh, okay, cool. Good. Because I don't really care for Static. They're evil people, and they bring bad things to the world. So now they're big rock star assholes that don't give people the time of day. No, they're still fucking sweethearts. That's important. You have to be a sweetheart in this business, and those guys all are. Okay. And their music's really good too.
Sales were building every day, and that we kind of knew, hey, we're going to have a gold record by this date.
I just found out our record went gold. That's probably the most bizarre thing. So we didn't really expect to sell that much,
20,000 albums come out every year. I think there's about 200 records in any given year that go gold.
I think it's huge for a band like this, and it's just a setup for the next one down the road.
When you really look at it and you see 500,000 people who are convinced to go spend $17 to buy the record.
Cake, anyone?
You guys did it, man.
How the fuck you gonna go to your first record?
I thought if we sold 150 to 200,000 copies of this, we were hitting on something. The good thing about this whole movement that we're involved in is that it's still kind of underground. MTV, they're playing this stuff, but they're not oversaturating the market with it. There's enough bad bubblegum pop out there. They're being spoon-fed this rather sugary crap.
The fans are everything. They are the people that keep us all alive.
It's like a language, and people are understanding it, and they feed off of it. It's pretty cool.
You kind of get that like trance-like state that you get put into by these guys.
Every time I see them live, I've kind of been blown away, because in the beginning I loved them, but it's gotten better and better and better. And
you see them now, and it's just like it's a total package. This guy's a gold record, going to probably ship pretty close to platinum by now. 1 million copies. That's a household name.
It feels great to be part of a team that can make something that other people like.
Static is the best scenario you could ever have for working for a band.
Did I expect it? Maybe not right off the bat.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rain, Ken, Tony, and Koichi.
Gold record in the front. Everybody can see when they go inside the home.
First gold record I got was from Static, and I almost cried my eyes out.
Oh yeah, that's it. There's a new Humvee.
Oh yeah. In commemoration of Static X's album going gold, I would give them a gift that was, appropriate for such an occasion. And I figured, what do you really want when you're celebrating? You want alcohol, and usually you want cake. So I combined the two, and
excellent.
I wanted to present you with a rum/fruit cake for going gold. There you go.
Oh, yes.
It's sort of a concept here.
God.
Thank you all for everything. We'll go out and do our best every night, and we hope you're still there.
You guys are just screaming at me, and all I wanted to do was ba 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 ba. You know what I mean? Shut up! Thank you.
It makes an old man very happy when I see him at Ozzfest taking the tops off. That makes me happy too.
The first time I met Ken, we're talking, and he's like,
all of a sudden he knocks over a full beer back in the studio and he's like, oh God, dude, I'm so sorry. Oh my fucking, oh fuck, I'm a dick. Then I'm like, dude, it's okay.
I want to know who's here to see Static X. That's what I thought. Static X, check it out. I got an autographed picture of the band.
I'm really excited to be here today because I've been wanting to meet this band for a long time. I got some autographs here, and I'm waiting now to get the last one from the drummer Jeff. He's my favorite one. Nice to meet you. It's been a long time. Yeah, if you could just sign just one nipple. I can't believe this is happening. This is so cool.
Success changed them in a lot of ways. Tony, who used to be a big party animal and out drinking every night, I actually just saw him on Ozzfest and couldn't believe it. He's lost a ton of weight and he's taking his career a lot more seriously.
Well, all of my family from my mother's side, they're mariachis. I never expected my son became a rock star. Like they're the same old Tony I know. Yeah, I know my son and I love him very much.
Little known secret, I wear the same pair of underwear every show. Never washed it. My lucky pair of underwear. Now you know the horrible truth.
These guys are crazy.
It takes about 45 minutes, you know, piece by piece, putting his white rain hairspray and then blowing it dry. We load up vans and all the family goes. We've got aunts and uncles and cousins.
I'm right up in the middle of it.
You can headbang with the best of it.
It's showtime.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't know where the stage is.
You don't know where he is until
maybe this way.
Last minute he'll pop up on the stage, you know. And like as soon as we're done, he'll disappear from the stage, you know. It's like poof, done, yeah.
Hell out of my way.
The one who's changed most is probably Kenny, who, you know, had his big earphones on in the old days and you know, would look like he was about to throw up every time he'd play. But, you know, he seems a lot more comfortable, him, you know, interacting with the crowd, with the signs.
I remember going to see them, 3 or 4 people being there, and so sad for these guys. And then going to see them on Ozzfest, where as soon as they hit their first note, 20,000 kids run to the stage, and it's great to see them grow like that.
Can I hear some noise just from the girls, please?
It's the kid who works really hard all day long to save up enough money to buy the concert ticket, to buy the t-shirt, to buy the record. You know, that's why we fight the record companies and say drop the price of records. Because you know what? It ain't about LA and New York. It's about everyone else around the country who works really hard, who slaves all day long just to go to that club show and just go apeshit.
I'm letting you do this to me.
Songs themselves, really haven't changed, but the band, the way they play them, they're more comfortable with them. They're probably bored to death with them.
These bands came out of the underground. The mainstream came to them.
Crazy purple thing flying in the wind back here is totally distracting me. I'm like, what the hell is that? Hey, no, wait, it's fucking, it's Wayne. Wayne, Wayne, get down from there.
Stop that. Did the band go on yet?
I've actually heard 9 of the new songs for the new album. And they're going back to their metal roots, and hopefully it's like, they're saying Wayne wants to put in guitar solos, Ken's going to be bringing back the double kick.
Bigger and better, it'll be more dance and more industrial and more metal and more screaming and more singing and more of everything static that you've come to love.
Let's just go make the record and just, go kick ass again.
I don't think we've seen even close to what this band's capable of doing, honestly. The second record is going to be more of a full-on attack, is what I think. By what I've heard of the songs, what it's a shit in a bag, I mean, that's going to be a great song. I think they all want this next album to be really something special.
Just don't tell anyone what I look like with my hair down, okay? This is a secret just between you and me, okay?
I'd just like to say bunghole.
Bunghole. Bunghole.
The guys in the band put baby powder on their balls, and that adds to the flavor.
I'm playing with my aunt.
Shut up!
That's the bunghole, isn't it?
All right.
And Wayne's got a nice butt, but that helps in the singing somehow.
George Hamilton with 99.5 KISS, thank you so much for making this a sold-out KISS concert event. Get ready, make some noise. Static X!
issues, justice died here.
Let me just say one thing before we go even further here. If anybody throws something up here and any one of us get hit, the show's over. I ain't fucking around. I ain't up here for you to throw this, all right?
If it ain't a baggie of weed, wet one end of it and shove it up your ass.
Let's tear some shit up together right now! This is Fix!
This one's on the Push It Maxi single. Some of you guys might know it, it's called Down.
So what's up? I said, what's up? myself having a great time tonight. Are you guys having fun so far? Make some noise for Ultrasync! Make some noise for Pitch Shifter! Stage! Godsmack! Jennifer Lopez!
They like that big ol' ass in Texas, don't they?
So how many people here have our record? You guys might know this. This is the title track. This is Texas Death Trap!
This next one goes out to the evil f***ers of Texas. Fuck in the pig. Fuck it.
Now I think I know what some of you guys are feeling right now. You're kind of tired. Some of you guys are drunk. You guys are ready for some disco music. What's up? You still been the same? You with me, man? You still with us tonight? Let me just hear it just from the girls. Holy shit. That's a lot of fucking girls. I didn't know they had that many girls in Texas. If it's all right with all you guys, we're gonna do this next song just for the ladies. San Antonio, thank you! This will be our final song for the evening. The first song off our record. Push it!